Let's get ready, Panther fans, on your feet as we get ready to welcome your Weslaco Panthers. And may I mention that last week, the Texas Football Magazine under Dave Campbell recognized Coach Roy Stroman as Coach of the Week. And of course, his entire staff, great work so far.
And good evening and welcome. It is time for high school football, Friday Night Lights. It's District 31 6A, and it is the Weslaco Panthers. And they have had a big season so far, 5-1 overall and 2-0 district. We're at Bobby Lackey Stadium, and a good evening. Welcome to Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Lackey Stadium. And they are going to be hosting the Donna North Chiefs. They are 0-7 and 0-3 in district. And right now, I am along with Football Fred. I'm Scott Harrison. Fred, obviously last week, a huge victory for Weslaco on the road, defeating Robert Vela in Edinburgh. They had won 33 straight district games, but you don't want to have a letdown this week.
Well, that's exactly what you need to remember if you're a Panther player. Hey, it was great. It was a great. You did awesome, and you've got the inside track to the crown, if you would, the district championship. But now you've got to keep focused. You got a few more games. Let nothing get in your way. We expect nothing but a great football game by the Weslaco Panther squad.
And of course, this team that has come in tonight, Donna North, they have quite a coach, don't they?
Yeah, Coach Mario Marichilar, and a lot of folks remember, especially from the Mid-Valley, and we'll talk about him as the game kind of goes on, was it Ed Calchelsa, very successful player, successful coach, now is trying to bring that same mentality, that toughness to this Chief team.
And we see Donna North has won the toss of the coin. They'll receive first. Coach Stroman, Roy Stroman, head coach at Weslaco, also a big honor for him. And we do want to mention that very quick. Of course, it was mentioned in the pregame show by Carlos and Mike.
Yeah, basically, and I'll help you out with you, because really, we're thinking about it. He's the 6A coach of the year. Dave Campbell's coach, 6 of the week, right? So that was great.
All right, so there's going to be a change in the lineup tonight for the visiting team. Their starting running back, Alex Benavides. He has rushed 15 times for 206 yards and a touchdown last week against Economides. 16 carries for 95 yards and a touchdown. He is out tonight with an ankle injury.
Right.
So that is big right away. It'll be first down and 10 at the 25-yard line. And it's going to be a handoff to start the game. And very little going on that handoff. And it was Bruce Torino on the run. So it is going to be second down and 8 tonight. Of course, the quarterback is Brandon Escobar. We'll talk about him.
Right. This defense tonight, is looking for a shutout. They want to shut this out. That's what they're looking for.
All right, second down. Another running play. And this time, no go again for Bruce Torino. 2 runs, not much gain.
Nothing much there for the Chiefs to start the game.
And it's going to be third down and 8 coming up. And on that tackle, guess what? One of your favorite players.
Yeah, Angel Castellanos, he's definitely always there around the ball. He's been a big-time player all season long. Once again, we always say this, he came from another sport, and he's contributed a lot to this defense.
He has 48 tackles to lead the team, 15 last week, and an interception. And again, Escobar is a senior. Wears number 2, spread offense. This time tries to lob a pass and does get it down to about the 36-yard line. Will be close to the first down, and it was Rigo Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rigo is their go-to guy. If there was such a guy that you go to when you need a big play like that one, you're going to go to him. Rigo Rodriguez on a nice pass and catch. Escobar to Rodriguez. We might see quite a bit of that tonight.
So it's going to be a first down. Ball is marked at the 36-yard line. And again, we talked about Rodriguez, big playmaker on the season. 12 catches for 56 yards. Actually rushing the ball 12 times 56 yards for a touchdown. We'll have his receiving in a moment. Does a nice job. 10 catches for 159 yards and touchdown, so he can rush or run the ball. And this time another pass, and the ball will go up to about the 41-yard line. Gain of 5. It looks like Rodriguez again.
Yeah, and this builds momentum for a young offense. You got to remember that this Chief offense, really the whole team, is a junior team. They're very young, but this is one of their best players, and really the future is bright for him. Rodriguez, nice pitch and catch from Escobar. Again, that's if they want to go somewhere, that's where they're going to go to tonight. They're missing their star running back, so Rodriguez might have a big night.
Officially a gain of 6 on the play. Second down and 4. Ball is at the 41-yard line in Chiefs territory. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Up near the 50-yard line is going to be the quarterback, and he's going to get about 5 or 6 yards. He gets enough for the first down. Actually, more like maybe 8 yards.
In talking to Coach Marichilar, he said, hey, he's our best play, one of our best players. He's a small guy, but he's going to fight you every single play. And he's coming out. Nobody's telling him he's playing the Weslaco Panthers. Not yet, anyway.
And once again, he'll keep the ball, and he is going to get down to the 44-yard line, gain of about 7 on the play. And we see right now that the movement is toward the south side of the field, toward the scoreboard for the visitors here in the opening quarter.
And really what each play does, I mean, you're picking up positive yardage. If you're the Chief, just saying, hey, we're building on something, and you're getting encouraged, you're getting confidence in the fact that you're moving the ball. It's good to see if you're a Chief fan.
Second down and 3, gain of 7. Jesse Perez, by the way, in on the tackle. And it is a quarterback keeper this time, little or no gain.
Yeah, here we go. First time we mentioned big old tank. That's Adrian Fuentes, who always seems to be at the right place at the right time. Well, if you're the defense, if you're the offense, he's at the wrong place at the wrong time if you're the offense. But he's a good player, solid player, nice tackle.
Tank this year, 30 tackles, 1 sack.
Nice.
Got to meet his dad last week at Edinburgh. Very nice man.
Yep.
So it's going to be a loss of 1 on the play at the 45-yard line of Weslaco. 3rd and 4. Under 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter. First possession of the game. Donna North Chiefs. Blitz on the play. Pass is complete to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez is going to be tackled for a loss in the backfield.
And that's a great play by Gabriel Gonzalez coming up on the play. You know, he could have easily picked up some more yardage out there by Gonzalez. Nice tackle. You know, he got pushed into it as well, but he made a good tackle. So nice play there by the Panther defense.
And Gonzalez, number 2 tackler on the team with 44, had 10 last week. So it is going to be 4th down coming up. Seven minutes remaining. Loss of about 3 on that last play. Punt is up. And it's going to be a fair catch. Actually, it's fumbled. It's fumbled at the 22-yard line, and it is recovered. Recovered by the Chiefs.
Wow. Yeah, so what happened here is Jaden Cavazos really, he was in a nice spot, but let me tell you, he for whatever reason, Dominic Macias, there was a guy on the spot. Let me tell you, high punt, catchable by Jaden. He just took his eyes off of it. And that now this is a golden opportunity for the Donna Chiefs. My goodness, this is exactly, you couldn't have scripted any better for the Chiefs, really, to be honest with you, on the first drive.
Christian Flores, the kicker, the punter tonight.
Right.
So it is going to be a first down at the 24-yard line of the Panthers. Spread offense, trips on the left side. one back in the backfield, and it's going to be the quarterback with it, and he is going to be thrown for a loss. Quarterback keeper doesn't do very good. And he is wrapped up, as we hear the PA announcers say, Aaron Garcia among them.
Yeah, Rigo Rodriguez was going to be, they were going to do a bit of a reverse. They were going to get cute here. And the defense was right on that. Yeah, that was just maybe too early to get that rolling. We'll see how the Chiefs now attack this second down.
So Escobar loses 5 on the play. Second down and 15. Ball back at the 28-yard line. Fast-moving game so far, approaching the midway point of the first quarter. Still no possession for Weslaco, and that time there's going to be a pass interference call, and so it's going to be maybe a first down, right?
Yeah, it will be at this point. Now it's interesting what's happening here.
By the way, Ray Donna was the player that was fouled.
Okay. It's interesting that right now the momentum is completely on the Chiefs' side. So everything that has to be going right for the Chiefs, again, in this possession is. So let's wait for the flag.
Is this the first penalty, I believe?
Yeah, it should be.
Go to the play. Holding. Defense, number 25. 10-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
So that's a lifesaver for this offense, which is struggling to move, but the penalties and the turnover have helped the Chiefs still be in this position. They have a chance now to score and go on top first if they can put things together here.
So the ball's at the 18-yard line, first down and 10. We have a slot on the near side. Handoff on the play, and the ball is fumbled, and it's loose, but it is picked up for a moment by Donna North, but it looks like maybe the Panthers might have finally got it.
Yeah, who wants the ball?
Yeah.
Whoever
Hot
wants
potato.
it. Yeah, kind of put something on your hands, put some water, spit on it or something. You know, you just got to get those gloves nice and tacky. You see a fumble coming up. If you're listening to us tonight on live on audio, Facebook, and you're going to see this game later. Check that play out. That was a fumble by 2 players on one play.
It looked like Jerry Nava had it originally.
Right, and the Chiefs keep the ball.
Right. After
all that fiasco, they all keep it back. And now they're in business. Now.
Yeah, they're inside the 10-yard line. Second down and 1.
Right. Chiefs have to be feeling good about themselves. Hey, come on.
Chiefs, basically black and silver uniforms and white. And the handoff that time goes nowhere.
Yeah, Jerry Nava, who also, what you'll see him as a quarterback, one of the, because they're short-handed at the running back spot.
On defense, as a linebacker, he's their top tackle.
Right.
Nava has 43 tackles.
Right, and that's what you see a lot with these young programs, because the numbers are not there. You will see exactly that. You'll see defensive players playing offense and offense playing on defense.
So no gain on that play. It is going to be third down and 1. And already, on the opening possession, because of that fumble on the punt, the visitors have had the ball for over 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And this time going to bull ahead. And looks like it's going to be a first down on the quarterback keeper.
Now that's the way you keep the high-powered offense that the Panthers have, is by keeping the ball away from them. I mean, you run the clock as much as possible. You keep saying that's impressive. The fact that we're down to 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, and the Panther offense has not even been on the field since they were warming up earlier before the game.
So there is the quarterback once again, Escobar. He has completed 51 of 105 passes for 515 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. So first and goal to go, ball at the 6-yard line. Last week against the Economides, he completed 8 of 17 passes for 119 yards.
Got a timeout here. Looks like the Chiefs are going to talk about it.
What's the ball high?
They didn't mind him rushing the ball because he's rushed the ball 87 times for 226 yards. Wow. So Escobar, a very well-rounded athlete.
Right. So the Panthers now are in an interesting position, not necessarily because they're giving up points. You know, the defense has given up points throughout the season. The issue is here that they're a little bit shell-shocked at the fact that, hey, right off of the bat here, we haven't helped our case too much by making these mistakes. So that's the homecoming court, as we can see it there.
Yeah.
On homecoming night,
that's right.
You know, somebody will be a big winner tonight. Go ahead.
By the way, the Weslaco Panthers 2019 season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center.
I didn't get a chance to look around, but I did not see Tramaru, the kangaroo. I was hoping that I would see him tonight, but maybe he's around there somewhere. We just got to look for him. He's always got goodies to give away.
That's right. First down and goal to go at the 6-yard line. Trips on the left side, and Escobar will throw that way. And the ball looks like it is out of bounds when Rodriguez catches it, but it would have been like no gain.
Right. And you know what? The effort. You see the effort here by this Chief team. They're coming out. They've been running the ball to begin with. But Escobar, not your typical throwing quarterback. He likes to run with the ball as well. But they're throwing the ball on this defense. They're not afraid so far, at least to begin the ball game.
And Gabriel Gonzalez was back there on defense. So we have second down and goal to go at the 6-yard line. Moving toward the south end zone by the scoreboard here at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Good crowd obviously here for Weslaco. Great crowd they brought last week to Edinburgh.
Right.
Filled the visiting side of the stands. And this time quarterback is going to be thrown for maybe a 2-yard loss on the keeper.
Yeah, they've been wanting to set up that reverse. They want to go the opposite way with Rigo Rodriguez, but this defense is penetrating too quickly upfield. So they don't have a chance to develop that reverse that they want to do to Rodriguez. But they're going to keep trying it. They're going to keep trying it. Eventually, they're thinking, hey, we got to pull this off.
So loss of 2 on the play. Third down and 8. And again, you actually have 2 quarterbacks in the backfield. I think actually it was last time, correction, Nava that had the ball. But you have 2 guys that can play quarterback in the backfield. Right?
It gives you a different dimension if you want to throw.
So this time Escobar throws it, and it's intercepted. Intercepted. And going down at the 11-yard line with the interception. Huge play by Josh Burkett.
Yeah, Josh Burkett read that pass beautifully, but there's a flag, I mean, I'm not sure exactly where that's, in the area holding, but on the offense.
Shot block.
Shot block.
53 and 65. That penalty declined. First and 10. Weslaco High.
So really, what happened here is they were trying to go on a quick slant, but they did not see that Josh Burkett, the linebacker who's had a tremendous season this year, coming over from his tight end spot. He's an athletic linebacker, and he saw that. And being a tight end, I'm sure, helps the fact that you can read pass patterns and catch the ball. A good job. Turnover number 1. Now both teams have a turnover on the night so far.
9 minutes and 8 seconds. Donna North had the ball, but it ends in an interception. So first play from scrimmage today for Weslaco.
And Peyton Kanab is wearing the long sleeves tonight. We were hoping maybe that it would be a cooler night, but not to be.
Right. So it's going to be second down and 9. Payne Kanab at running back. Jake Cavazos at quarterback, and we have a flag.
Yeah, big number 51 for the Chiefs. That's Miguel Vasquez. That's what we call.
Defense for 51. 5 yards. Second down.
And of course, last week in the big victory over Vela, 44-28, it was all rushing touchdowns.
Right.
4 for Jacob Cavazos, 2 for Peyton Kanab. Last week, Cavazos, by the way, completed 12 of 13 passes, 178 yards and 1 interception.
Yeah.
3 different receivers had 4 catches apiece. And this time, he's going to throw the ball, and he is going to get near a first down on that play. Nice reception on that one by Mel Rodriguez.
Yep.
By the way, last year in this game, Mel had his first catch ever. He had 1 catch for 10 yards.
So it's an anniversary for him.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah, Mel was there, and Mel has been getting some playing time on that left side. They like to use him. He's a good receiver, and see if the catches increase for him as the year goes on.
So it's going to be first and 10 after the reception. Jacob Cavazos running with the ball, and he is going to get a first down, gains about 12 yards. We were talking last week, I believe it was KJ Jones, also Jaden Cavazos, and Jay Granados each had 4 catches.
Now tonight, really, you got Cavazos is going to face a lot of time that he's going to be able to throw the ball. excellent blocking there by Andrew Reyes, the offensive tackle. He gave, and the rest of the guys on the line, giving plenty of time to Cavazos to get rid of the ball. The question is, got to make those right decisions. Got to be careful with throw the ball out there.
So they'll say when he stepped out of bounds, it's going to be a 2nd and 6. Minute 38 remaining here in the first quarter. Cavasso gets it again, and he's going to go over midfield. He's down near the 40-yard line. That is a huge gain, and as we look at it, we're going to say about 32 yards.
Those type of runs are the runs that really did in Vela last week. Cavazos, when they needed a big play like here, Cavazos was able to take off and make some plays, and that's what he does. He makes plays, whether he's running or he's passing, he'll make plays.
Yes, he does. Last week, 22 carries for 192 yards and the 4 touchdowns.
Right.
Passing complete that time for K.J. Jones.
Yeah, KJ, again, he's another guy who came back a few weeks from injury, and they've been working him in as much as possible, and he's starting last week. He was successful on some of those quick pass patterns where they make him kind of go out there and pick up some yards. So it's good to see him back full speed on the receiver spot.
Last week, 4 catches for 63 yards. For the season, 9 catches for 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. Remember, due to a hamstring injury, he missed several games.
Right.
So this time it's going to be a running play. Peyton Kanab, and he's going to be down over the 20-yard line. He gets about 20 yards on that carry.
Now it's interesting because now we were talking to Coach Strummy before the game. They put Kanab as a quarterback, and they put Cavazos as the running back. And so Cavazos, technically, this is a wildcat from the shotgun, pretty much.
Well, Kanab, so far this year, 77 carries for 575 yards, 10 touchdowns. Jacob Cavazos looks upfield, and it's going to be a 19-yard touchdown pass. And Mel Rodriguez.
Yeah, we had said we were thinking he was going to have a big night tonight, and he remembered that about a year ago he broke into the scene, and now he picks up a big touchdown, the first one of the game.
So 37 seconds left in the opening quarter as we get ready for the extra point attempt. Nice homecoming crowd out here cheering on their Panthers.
Right.
And extra point attempt is up. And it's good by Aran Galvez.
Right. You know, I was just thinking about this, that when the Panthers want to throw the ball, they can take their, you know, they obviously have different receivers running routes, but Mel has really become a guy who runs really good routes for Cavazos. Cavazos is starting to trust him a little more.
Yeah.
You know, you can see that he's being involved more in this offense, and the fact that we're starting to see Justin Jr. Involved in this offense really makes you get excited in the fact that he's going to be used a little bit more, hopefully, as the year goes on. But if anything else, he's got a full rest year, another year next year as well. So that's always good.
He had a good player defending him too, Ray Dana.
Right.
That's one of their better, Ray Dana, one of their better players, was on defense that time. And Donna, by the way, is their second leading tackle with 41.
So let's see now how the Panthers now try to adjust to this offense. This offense, again, was kept alive by these penalties and obviously some mistakes that were made by the Panthers. So now the question is, how do they adjust? We'll get to hopefully to see that here on this defense and how they do that.
So the kickoff will come down to the 11-yard line, and it is going to be a fake reverse, and it's taken up to about the 16-yard line before the player is down there.
You know, I like the fact, even though it hasn't worked, and that didn't work either, I think you need to try just about anything tonight. I mean, you're a big underdog against the Panthers. I think you got to go out there and try the reverses. Try the fake reverses on a kick return. Yeah, I think all those things you need to try. I think that's important for the Chiefs to be able to be successful. They've got to fight. And Coach Marichilada said, hey, we're going to put up a fight. We don't know what the score is going to be, but we're going to fight you. That's what we're going to do.
Well, this story a lot different than last year's when Weslaco defeated Donna North 75-3 in Donna. They didn't try to run up the score. A lot of the reserves were in.
Right.
But again, much better effort tonight by Donna North. And it's going to be a running play, going to get a little or no yards that time for Bruce Trevino.
And we're going to see a lot of different runners. I think this is a positive thing, the fact that they're seeing different runners. They want to get some experience. Again, it's a young team, but at the same time, you want to see what you have preparing these young men for the remainder of the season, and obviously what comes next.
Well, Trevino, only 8 carries for 47 yards last week, 2 carries for 4 yards. Obviously, the starting running back is out. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter of play. It's 31-6A action. And we are here at Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. And right now, it is the home team, Weslaco Panthers, shutting out their guests. Score is 7-0. We see the cheerleaders down on the field.
Yeah, it's a happy night for anybody who's a cheerleader, a young lady. I mean, you have to remember this type of stuff. Like, for example, tonight, obviously, as you kind of think about the remainder of what's happening here tonight at the festivities, you'll never forget this kind of stuff. So a lot of important things happening for these young men and young ladies tonight.
And, of course, the Chiefs trying to come a long way. They're 3-27 in the last 3 years, have only won 5 games in their program's history. And on their second possession, not much going on first down. And it looks like on that play it was Bruce Trevino with the ball. And
they're trying to do something different. You got to give them some credit here. They're trying to do a little bit of RPO action, a little bit of run option. And see if they continue doing that. Again, the defense was there on that play. Let's see if they go back to it again.
And actually, Brandon Escobar, the quarterback, kept it that time. And so it's going to be no gain on that play. Early moments, opening seconds of the second quarter. Moving to the north in the second quarter is the visitors. And that time a complete pass to Rodriguez. But he is going to be tackled in the backfield for a big loss.
Yeah, he was in trouble from the beginning of that. When that play started, it spelled trouble. It went backward, so yeah, that's what ended up happening there.
So it's going to be 4th and 10. Punt coming up.
Just thinking, shouldn't it be cooler this time of the year? I'm just wondering as we await the punt. It should be cooler, shouldn't it?
Punt out of the end zone by Flores. And it's going to be taken by Jaden Cavazos. And he will take it to about midfield, actually breaks a tackle down at about the 48-yard line. And in just a moment, we are going to have our starting offensive lineup.
Erasmo Garces III. Roland Morales. Lázaro Reyes. Giovanni Naveja. Andrew Reyes. Loli Berones. Jaden Cavazos. Jaden Knob. Jacob Cavazos. KJ Jones. Jay Granados.
ATPE is your ally, your voice for professional educators.
And actually one change in that lineup. Raleigh Barones is going to be out this week. Had a minor injury, I guess a leg injury.
Right.
Yeah, but he's expected to be back very soon. And right now, Cavazos is going to throw the ball downfield. And it is going to be incomplete. And it was well downfield. It would have been in the red zone had it been completed to Jay Granados.
Yeah, Jay's had a good solid game last week.
Well, remember at one point, I think in the second quarter, had 3 straight receptions.
Right.
And for the year, obviously doing very, very well. Has 15 catches for 138 yards last week. He had 4 catches for 62 yards in this game last year.
Right.
He had 3 catches for 26 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 47-yard line of the visitors. And this time it is Jacob Cavazos thrown down for a 3-yard loss in the backfield by Charlie Perez, a linebacker.
Yeah, not too much there. Cavazos should have probably handed off the ball, but it's so hard to make a play when you're going full speed and the defense is coming full speed and block, you're blocking up front is changing. So it's just tough. But, nonetheless, he kept the ball. That's a good thing. I was kind of afraid it might have slipped out at one point, but he kept it, bring up a big third down now.
All right, so the ball is inside Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Third down and 12. Loss of a couple on that last play. Jacob Cavazos has it, and he's going to throw a short pass to Jaden Cavazos. He'll get down to about the 40-yard line. Picked up about 9, still 3 yards short.
That's the comfort play that I talk about with Jaden Cavazos. He's always open on the flat. When you want him, Cavazos, Jacob will get it to him, and he's going to be open. That's a security blanket, if you would. That's how open he can get, and big play there.
Holding. Offense for 55. 10-yard penalty. Third down.
Well, last year in this game, Cavazos, of course, he didn't play that much because of the score. Had 3 catches for 19 yards. Last week against Vela, one of those guys with 4 catches along with K.J. Jones and Granados. He had 4 catches for 53 yards. And overall, great season. 24 catches, 308 yards, 4 touchdowns.
All right. So here it's a long third down now.
Third down and 20. Ball at the 41-yard line, back in Weslaco territory. Cavazos feeling pressure, screen pass to Payne Kanab. He's going to get over midfield, and he is going to get down to the 40-yard line. He has a nice gain of 17, still 3 yards short of first down.
Yeah, it was nicely set up by the Panthers. Now, when they want to set up a good screen like they did here, they really do a good job of it. Just a couple of yards short, really, but nice effort there by Peyton Kanab. And we'll bring up a third and short. What do they do here, punt?
I would go for it.
All right.
So here is Cavazos with the ball, and looks like he's going to keep it. He is, and he will get down to about the 31-yard line. So nice gain of 10 yards. Needed about 3 or 4, got 10 for the first down.
Again, we mentioned this quite a bit. Cavazos is a smart player. High football IQ, knows exactly where to go with it, and does a good job being able to get out of bounds, avoid a hit too.
Yeah.
The 2 defenders were coming.
So ball at the 31-yard line. There is Jacob. And again, he has completed 66% of his passes this year. So doing a good job. Payne Kanab, this time he's going to get down to about the 25-yard line, picks up 6 on that play.
Yeah, and that's the way you bring down Payne Kanab. You've got to go low and really don't let go. That's what it is, because if you hit him high, you're just going to bounce off of him. You got to make sure you wrap him around the legs, bring out as much weight as you can on him and try to bring him down.
Last week against Vela, 15 carries for 62 yards, but most importantly, 2 touchdowns. So it's going to be second down and 5. Payne will get the ball again, and it looks like he will be a little short of the first down.
Right. They're happy right now with the running game that Kanab and Cavazos are doing. You have other running backs that you can throw in there. But again, as long as you're having success with this lineup, obviously Jesse Hernandez is another one that we like to see out there. But right now, a lot of success, at least on this drive, running the ball.
Ball at the 22-yard line, gain of 4. It's going to be third down and 1. Clock approaching 7 minutes left in the first half. Jacob Cavazos looks like he will get a couple yards. That would be enough for the first down at the 30. Again,
relatively, I'm sorry about that, relatively young team. I was just going to mention that this team has not been a varsity team in a long time. I mean, they've been around. The school has been around for only a few years.
All right.
After this play, we'll tell you what Michilada said about classification in a second.
So this time, Jacob Cavazos throwing toward the end zone, and it's caught. Jay Granados with the touchdown reception. 21 yards. 21-yard touchdown reception for Jay Granados. Fans are happy.
Yeah, they should be. Big play, Jay.
Well, remember last week, 4 rushing touchdowns for Jacob Cavazos. Already in the second quarter, 2 touchdown passes.
He's been reliable this past few games. He's been a go-to guy, and he's produced. Nice play by Granados.
Extra point attempt is up and good by Ram Galvez. So with 6:37 remaining here in the second quarter, it's now a 14-0 lead. And again, the Weslaco Panthers 2019 season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center. First touchdown pass, 19 yards in the first quarter to Mel Rodriguez. And midway through the second quarter, 21 yards to Jay Granados.
Talking to Coach Marichilar, again, we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast.
He's the head coach of the Chiefs.
He's head coach of the Chiefs. A lot of folks remember him because of the success he had as a head coach at Coach also, the Yellow Jackets. He was very successful, one of the most successful coaches in their program's history. As a player, all-state player, linebacker, great player as well. He was telling us that really in reality, you know, he says, look, we don't mind going down to 5A, but what did he say? Doesn't get any easier there.
Yeah.
We're a smaller school. You know, we would like to be in that. They put us in 6A, so we get what we have. We play with what we have. But again, I asked him, well, how would you feel about that? And he said, look, if it happens, it happens, but it doesn't make it any easier.
When is reclassification again? Redistricting.
So it's interesting that I asked him. A couple of things happened as we await the kickoff here. The Panthers kicking off here after this score.
Little squib kick. And it's going to bounce down at about the 21-yard line and be down right there. Go ahead, Fred.
Yeah, the classification. Now, this is interesting. In talking to him, there's two things you got to keep an eye out for. One, the classification happens in the first week of February. That's next year. The actual snapshot of how many students you have and where did you classify yourself as a 5 or a 6A, he was telling me it was late October. So it looks like next week there's a window there that you can submit your snapshot, what they call a snapshot. So we'll see if they qualify as a 6A team or if they go down to classification to 5A. So that's happening pretty soon.
All right, very insightful.
Yeah.
So we have 6:36 remaining till halftime. Homecoming here at Bobby Lackey Stadium. 14-0 Panthers lead.
Big night tonight. We're going to crown a what is it, a queen, a homecoming queen? Do they still have a homecoming king? Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, we'll get that name out whenever we find out who that is.
All right.
Eventually. So are we looking at an extended halftime because of the festivities?
The first half.
I was thinking about that.
All right, we have a timeout right now by the Chiefs. And by the way, don't be shocked by the rushing success of Weslaco tonight. They had 267 yards against Vella last week.
Right.
And, of course, this win was big in the RGVSports.com top 10 poll for Weslaco. They are now tied for third place with Sherryland Pioneer. And McAllen Memorial is number 1, Harlingen High number 2. Nicky Rowe, who lost last night, right? First loss of the season. They were 5th and Vella was 6th. That was as of Monday.
Yeah, I completely disagree with that.
What's that?
I said I completely disagree with that.
Well, but that was before all these games have been played.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah,
I was going to say, and even now, I'll be honest with you, the top two teams, both Harlingen and even McAllen Memorial, that's a little too high if you ask me. But oh well. I agree to disagree. Yeah.
Well, we see the fans. You can see how crowded it is tonight. The fans are there. And you can see, apparently there was a turnover right. on the...
Yeah, and that's what I was about to mention, that it looked like there was a turnover on that play. And really what it was the kickoff.
Yeah.
I saw the player come up and not even attempt to get the ball.
All right.
But it looked like a Panther player fell on it. It's a live ball. So the Panthers get the ball. The start looks like they started at the 20-yard line or so.
And Mel Rodriguez on the reception. So it's going to be second down and about 3, pickup of 7 on that play. And that time it's going to be Jesse Hernandez with his first rush of the night. He's going to be thrown for a loss, but he had a big game last year when he played against these guys. 6 catches for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And coming into this game, 22 carries for 195 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, check it in, Jesse Hernandez. We like him as a running back. He's an excellent complement. They complement each other, really, Kanab and him. They've got, obviously both have speed. Canava a bigger runner than Hernandez is, but still an effective runner.
Lost several on that play. 3rd down and 4. Ball still at the 18-yard line in the red zone of the Chiefs. And lobbing it for the end zone. And in the corner, finding Mel Rodriguez for a second time is guess who? Jacob Cavazos.
Wow.
Jacob Cavazos to Rodriguez. Nice touchdown. About 18 yards.
Mel Rodriguez, it's his coming out party tonight.
Yes.
He says, hey, if anybody's going to have a big night, it's going to be me tonight. Mel really on that play, it was a one-on-one matchup, and he just went up there and grabbed that ball. That defensive back had his back turned around as we await the extra point, and it is good.
Yes. So
nice play there by Mel.
Galvez makes it. See the replay. Dropping back a few steps is Jacob Cavazos. Lofts it into the corner of the end zone. The back end over on the right side, and he gets his foot down. And again, a tough night for the defender, Ray Donna, and Ray Donna is a good player.
Yeah, he's a very good player. As a matter of fact, probably, and I agree with what you said, he's their best corner they have. And so if they were able to do that, that tells you how well Mel is playing tonight. So big game by Mel so far. Another touchdown now, 21-0 here with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. So it's an interesting set of events. I was thinking about that when the turnover happened. I don't know if the young player did not know exactly what he needed to do, because he stood there on the kickoff and he just looked at it and say, I wonder what's going to happen now. And so he was able to go, and the Panthers jump on the ball and get a quick score off of that turnover.
Again, if you're just tuning in, we want to recognize Roy Stroman, head coach of the Panthers. He was this week's Dave Campbell Class 6A Coach of the Week. That means the whole state.
Right.
He was recognized as the top coach last week in Class 6A in the state of Texas.
That's going to happen again. Oh, the Panthers almost had it. The Chiefs, I don't know if somebody needs to talk to their upmen, because they're not going after the ball. The ball was almost picked off again by the Panthers on that kickoff. Somebody needs to tell them, somebody needs to go get that ball, because that ball's a live ball, and the Panthers almost had it. Somebody touched it and it went out of bounds. I don't know if they're going to call it a penalty or not, because I don't know if anybody touched it. I guess I'll check that in a second, but I thought a Panther touched it before it went out of bounds, so the ball should have stopped there. They're marching
Free
forward.
kick, untouched free kick.
Yeah.
By the kicking team.
Okay.
Yeah,
Donna
so
North
they kicked the
take
ball.
5 yards from the end of the play.
Yeah,
First
the
down.
ball went out of bounds, I guess, before a Panther player touched it. So the ball now stands at the 32-yard line for the Chiefs. That's a big break.
Yes. So we see Brandon Escobar still in his quarterback. Senior primary quarterback. We have trips on the far side, and before the ball can be snapped, there's a whistle. Timeout by Weslaco.
So this big
Weslaco
game
High
tonight
takes their second
has
timeout.
really a
First half.
lot of meaning. When you play a district foe, it always is. But think about this. Last night, congratulations to the Wildcats of East. They won last night. They were able to beat the Edinburgh North Cougars 42-0.
Third straight shutout for East.
That's right. Impressive. So they are now a 3-0 in district. Weslaco still playing tonight, but if they were to win tonight, they would go to 3-0. Now you're saying, okay, those are your two top teams, and by the way, in a couple of weeks they meet in the Tanaco Bowl. But after that, you have Vela, in that order, whether it be Weslaco High, Weslaco East, and Vela, and then you have a fourth place team in it. And I'll tell you in a minute, the Bobcats and the Jaguars are playing really for that fourth spot, and the Bobcats lead 6-0 in the first quarter. So that's what's happening in 31-6A.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 32-yard line. Trips on the right side, and ball is handed off to the other quarterback in the backfield, Jerry Nava, and he gets nothing.
Yeah, Alexis Munoz decided he was going to crash the party. He bid his man, gets there as soon as the ball is given to the running back, Big 94. Alexis Munoz was there on the spot, and he was able to, along with Josh Burkett, make that big play and a loss of yardage.
Munoz has 25 tackles this year. Didn't he have an interception once, too?
Yeah, he was able to tip it himself.
Field,
yeah, it was tipped it himself. Nice athletic play by him.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 13. Loss of 3 on that last play. Ball back at the 29-yard line. Chiefs in their own territory. Panthers lead 21-0, approaching 4:20 remaining in the opening quarter. And this time it's going to be another loss. Rodriguez has it, and he is thrown backwards.
On the opposite end, we were talking about Munoz and how active and disruptive he is. Well, on the other side, you have Elijah Estevanes, who is just as disruptive as the other guy is, you know?
Yeah,
nice play
Estevanes, a couple sacks this year.
Right. But nice play there by Jesse Pettis as well on the play.
Right. So a loss of about 5 on the Jets sweep.
Right.
Makes it 3rd down and 18. Players in the slot. Nava still in the backfield with Escobar. Spread formation. Again, 4:17 remaining till halftime. Homecoming night, Bobby Lackey Stadium. This time it's thrown to the right side and picking up some yardage that time. It's going to be, I believe, Donna. We'll double check. Yeah, Ray Donna, who we've been talking about on defense, this time on offense.
Yeah, and he plays offense, he plays defense, is a valuable player. Again, the smaller program, a smaller 6A program, will have a lot of players that will play on both sides.
So he picks up about 6 or 7. It's going to be 4th down and 9.
Right.
Ball at the 34-yard line. Punt coming up. Flores does it. And it is going to go back to the 27-yard line for Weslaco. It's going to be Rodriguez with it. And he is going to have a nice little return that time. And on the tackle that time, it was Justin Trevino.
Yeah, Jaden Cavazos is one of these guys that is always looking for just a little lane. Just give me a little something so I can make it happen. A nice play there by Jaden to come up and get some positive yardage for the Panthers special teams. Big night tonight. Homecoming.
Legal block on the back. Receiving team, number 10. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down. Let's go high.
Penalty.
Yeah, so they back up Weslaco 10 yards because there was a push in the back. And so I was just thinking, you know, how they every game they have honorary captains,
right? And
they have different people come. And this year was something, you know, and I'll go back, I guess, to make reference to it after this play, but about a young man, David Torres, who was a Panther player. We'll talk about him in a minute.
First down and 10, ball at the 34-yard line. Jacob Cavazos will throw the ball, and this time it is Jaden Cavazos, about 9 yards.
Yeah, he passed suddenly a Panther player. And so tonight, the class of 2000, they had honorary captains. Hector Solis, Art Perez, Joe Calderon, Israel Loya, and David Torres' jersey was being held by Andres Garcia. Back then in 1987, they were by-district champions, co-district, by-district champions in 1998. Part of the Panther Brotherhood. I wanted to acknowledge them and also their Brotherhood partner, obviously.
Worthy tribute.
Yep.
Second down and 1, screen pass this time to Peyton Kanab, and Kanab is going to get down to about the 48-yard line, picked up about 4 yards, needed 1, good enough for the first down.
Right. So it looks like the Chiefs came up and put a good hit on Kanab, and they tried to strip the ball from Kanab, but they were, at least the Chiefs were claiming
like
they claimed the ball. Couldn't really tell if he had dropped the ball or not. It was a screen again to Kanab. Picked up some nice yardage and then comes up. That's right. Christian Cortina comes up and lays the wood on Kanab.
And Tony Gandaria put nice pressure that time on Cavazos. All right, running play again is going to pick up some yardage, maybe about 5, but a good first down play.
Yeah, Kanab again, you know, he just kind of keeps coming. He's just waiting. He's patient. He's going to wait until you give him a little something.
Look at the big eyes on that little girl.
Yeah,
enjoying her popcorn.
You know, that looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
She going to share?
Well, you know, that means we got to go and take that away. No, we can't do that to her.
All right, it's going to be second down. I guess I'll say a gain of 3 on that play. So 7 yards for the first down, and it's going to be a complete pass for the first down. This time to Payne Kanab, and he is going to be down near the 24-yard line. Gain of about 24 yards, 25 yards on that play.
This time he comes out of the backfield on a quick flare pattern, just comes out. He pretends he's going to block and runs out and is wide open in the middle of that zone. Then he just kind of makes a play or two, heads for out of bounds. Again, smart player, knows that he's got to get out of bounds. Not too much time left on the clock, so he's got to conserve the clock. Nice play.
First down and 10. Ball inside the 30-yard line. This time another pass, and it will go to Mel Rodriguez down to about the 16, very close to a first down.
Adding to his big night tonight for Mel. Out there again, just outside, just a quick pass pattern for him. And he tries to pick up something that they would, I kind of mentioned that sometimes they like to run there with KJ. They're running it with Mel tonight on the opposite side.
So mark the ball near the 14. Good enough for the first down. Picked up about 11 or 12. This time, Peyton Canab gets the ball, and he will get down near the 10-yard line. So he is going to get about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, just tripped up from the back. He had a lot of green. He probably saw that. He just didn't know that somebody was coming from behind and tripped him up.
It was Christian Cortina.
Yeah.
Final timeout.
He's been around quite a bit. Cortina's had a pretty good game tonight. He being involved. He almost stripped the ball on Canab early on a couple of plays. So nice play by him.
Timeout on the field. And as we look, one of the better things this year for Donna, we talked to their coach before the game, is their defense. And I think it's about 3rd or 4th ranked in the district.
Right.
And as we look at it, this year they've given up 1,289 yards rushing, 675 yards passing, a total of 1,964 yards. So they've given about 280 yards a game. For a team that has not won a game yet, that's not bad.
Right. You want to be a bit surprised tonight?
What's that?
So far, we're kind of keeping an eye on 32-6A because that's obviously who the representatives from our district go play in the playoffs. I'll give you a score in a second here.
All right. 2nd down and 8, ball around the 13-yard line. 57 seconds remaining. Jacob Cavazos with the ball, launching it into the corner of the end zone, and it is a touchdown, I believe, to Jay Granados.
Oh, he looked in from here.
He looked in from here, but I guess they say no.
Can we review it? Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't review it.
It would be an 18-yard touchdown.
It looked like he put his foot
13-yard touchdown.
It looked like he put his foot down.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the luxury of watching replay, but it looked like he had put his foot down, and we'll check in a second.
I thought he had. Maybe he didn't have control. Maybe he didn't have control.
Maybe he didn't have control, but hey, why not? Let's try it all over again.
Right. So
50 seconds left. Wow.
So
So I was going to give you that score. Harlingen South, late in the second quarter, Harlingen South 14, San Benito 3.
wow.
That's a bit of a
bit of
a shot.
By the way, we just saw Aaron Garcia, and this time it's going to be Jacob Cavazos. He's got the ball, and he is going to run in for the touchdown. 13 yards, almost tripped up in the backfield, but puts it in second gear, goes 13 yards for the score. After throwing for 3 touchdown passes, Cavazos' first rushing touchdown of the night.
Excellent play by Cavazos. He has, again, just done a fantastic job of making people miss, and he's got excellent balance when he's about to get tackled, or at least the attempt is on. He just kind of shook off that defender and just took it into the end zone. Nice play by Cavazos.
Extra point attempt is up, and it's good. So Ram Galvez gets it. It is 28-0 now. And we were talking about, as far as defense, how 280 yards was given up per game by Donna North. As far as offense, for the Panthers, they've done a very, very nice job this year. They've rushed for 759 yards. And again, passed. Let me look. I was looking at the wrong stats. Sorry. So far this year, as far as they're doing with the ball, they have rushed for 1,411 yards, passed for 1,095 coming into the game. So they're over 1,000 in both categories. They've got 2,506 yards total. They're averaging on offense a game 417 yards. So you got a team that's giving up 280 on defense, one that's averaging 417. And obviously, so far, Weslaco's getting the best end of it.
Right.
So, 43 seconds remaining. What is the timeout situation?
The timeout, I was kind of thinking that earlier because, well, I mean, at this point, does Donna North want to use some of these timeouts and try to get something going on offense? It's possible. They got 2 left.
Okay.
Weslaco, I'm trying to look at theirs. Doesn't look like they have any remaining. So
no, I remember them taking a couple right off the top of my head.
Yeah. So they might not need him. He's another short kick.
Yep, another short kick down to the 26-yard line.
Somebody was there for that one.
And the ball is going to go nowhere. And it was catching the ball, Julio Agati, and it was Devin Hanks making the tackle. Remember, he'd been out, right?
Yeah, Devin.
With a sternum injury.
We again talking to Coach Stroman before the game. He said, "Look, Devin is back. We're gonna try to give him a go. We're gonna play him. We're bringing him around slowly. Had that sternum issue, but he was playing. We're seeing him play now a little bit more on the defense. He's playing safety now, so he's out there now trying to get accustomed to the game speed, obviously tackling and things like that he needs to get back into shape as well. Football shape anyway.
So ball at the 29-yard line. Donna North has it. One back in the backfield. Slot on each side. And this time it's going to be an incomplete pass, very hurried. It was intended for Isaac Gomez. So it'll be 2nd down and 10, 33 seconds remaining till halftime. Panthers leading the Chiefs 28-0.
So my question is, do you say, okay, Jacob, excellent night, nice workout. Let's sit you down and let's bring in somebody else. Let Rodney take a shot at it. Would you do that already that early?
Yeah.
At this point?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right. It's going to be Nava on a short run that might be the last play, we'll see, of the half. Alexis Munoz on the tackle.
Right.
So 16 seconds remain. They may try one more play, but we'll see.
I think they're going to let this clock go. Yeah, it looks like they're going to run it. I mean, if they do it, they're going to give the ball back to the Panthers. You don't want to do that anymore. I think you've had enough of that.
Big play team tonight. All right. We see that Jacob Cavazos has thrown for 3 touchdown passes. 2 to Rodriguez. Sandwich between 1 to Jay Granados. Also, near the end of the half, rushed 13 yards for a touchdown. We're talking about Cavazos. So the score is now 28-0. Weslaco leading. Donna North going into halftime. Before we enjoy the homecoming festivities, any final words, Football Fred?
I'm really excited. If I'm a Panther fan, I want to see some of the youth. I mean, this will be a good time to bring him in and see what we have at the next level. Player, you've got your original starters, and then you have some of the backup players. See what they can do, and see if we got ourselves a squad ready to go into the playoffs.
All right, again, 28-0, and we will see Weslaco with the ball to begin the second half. Homecoming festivities just ahead. For Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. This is a KWES production.
gentlemen, we are proud to present the hottest sensation in the tribal nation.
The six-time consecutive Division I band at Pigskin Jubilee, three-time consecutive area finalist in 2015, 2017, and 2018. State marching finalist band in 2015 and state marching alternate band in 2017. They are the Rising Chiefs. They will be presenting their 2019 marching show entitled Ascend. The Rising Chief Band is under the field direction of drum majors Emily Cortez, Emily Cruz, Roberto Contreras, and field captain Joel Marregal. Freshman of the week are Kevin Gonzalez. Color guard of the week, Nilce Granados. And spirit of the week is Leslie Martinez. Sit back and relax while you experience the amazing sights and sounds of the Rising Chiefs. Band directors for the Rising Chief Band are Adrian Robledo, Carlos Garcia, Gustavo Villegas, Amanda Chamberlain, Rosemary Padlan, Michael Miquero, Daniel Aguilar, Luis Reyes, Marco de la Garza, and Jason Rodriguez. Color guard instructors are Eunice Balderas and Desiree Cano. Principal is Javier Villanueva, and Superintendent is Dr. Javier Azaiz. Thank you for your support, and go Chiefs!
Ladies and gentlemen, our Weslaco JROTC Panther Sabre team will execute the arc for our homecoming candidates. The Sabre team members in the center of the field are commanded by CDT Executive Officer Miguel Lupercio, Cadet Jose Naranjo, Cadet Juan Tinajero, Cadet Jacob Shives, Cadet Adan Sanchez, Cadet Anthony Bailon, Cadet Julissa Robles, Cadet Aaron Vera, Cadet Christopher Marmolejo. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the annual Weslaco High School Homecoming Presentation. On behalf of the Weslaco High School Student Council, we would like to thank Dr. Priscilla Canales, Superintendent of WISD, Mrs. Yvette Morales, WHS Principal, the community, parents, and the entire WHS student body for the support you have provided for this year's festivities. Crowning this year's King and Queen will be our 2018 Homecoming Queen, Annette Garcia, and 2018 Homecoming King, Samuel Nieto. Now, we would like to introduce our 2019 Homecoming Court. Representing cheerleading, Brisa Garcia. Representing cheerleading, Tristan Solis. They are your 2019 Freshman Duke and Duchess. Representing cheerleading, Katia Reyes. Representing baseball, Aaron Ramirez. They are your 2019 Sophomore Duke and Duchess. Representing junior class, Emma Arndt. Representing criminal justice, Aaron Damet. They are your 2019 Junior Duke and Duchess. And now, for the 2019 Homecoming finalists. Third runner-up, representing DreamX, Cyan De La Garza. Representing swimming, Derek Cantu. Second runner-up, representing band, Zoe Benya. Representing band, Efrain Garcia. First runner-up, representing cheerleading, Caricia Cantu. Representing National Honor Society, Michael Aviles. And now, introducing your 2019 Weslaco High School Homecoming King and Queen. Representing Lady Panther Basketball, Kirsten Badia. Representing baseball, Jaden Cavazos. Congratulations to all. And remember, go Panthers!
Halftime scores on the big board are brought to you by Taqueria El Compaito, located across the street from the high school and now also on South Texas. Hey, swing by after the game where you can enjoy a delicious order of lunches and a variety of taquitos, including bistec, trompos, fajitas, tripas, and more. Halftime scores brought to you by Taqueria El Compaito. And as we get ready for the kickoff, our kickoff sponsor is Joe's Galligan Key and Lozado. They're located at 2300 West Pike Suite 300 in Weslaco. Jones, Galligan Key, and Lozado, attorneys at law. As we get ready to start the third quarter, it's brought to you by A&M Construction. If you're looking to build the home of your dreams, hey, stop by and visit A&M Construction and visit their showroom in Expressway 83 right here in Weslaco. A&M Construction, building beautiful homes since 2000. A&M Construction, our third quarter sponsor.
And we are back. We are here in Weslaco, Texas. A pleasant good evening and welcome to Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. This is District 31 6A action between the Weslaco Panthers and the Donna North Chiefs. Chiefs 0-7 overall. 0-3 district, Panthers 5-1, 2-0 in district, and at halftime, it is the Panthers leading 28-0. Jacob Cavazos has thrown for 3 touchdowns, rushed for another. Football Fred along with Scott Harrison. Football Fred, you gotta like what you've seen so far as a Panthers fan.
You know, it's been a game that started a little slow, but you know, you expected Donna North to put up a fight. They have, but Weslaco has just produced, executed. A couple of penalties early on. They've cleaned that up. So now we're excited to see how this Panther offense goes. We're hoping to see maybe a backup or two in case of Jacob.
There's your favorite kangaroo.
He showed up. And I love the fact that he wears a helmet. I wear a helmet when I go to bed sometimes.
Traumaroo.
Yeah.
And of course, he is representing Knapp Medical Center. They are a sponsor this year of the Weslaco Panthers 2019 season. Cheerleaders having a good time. It was a great halftime. Great homecoming show.
Yeah.
And actually, we want to mention one of the guys in just a moment after the kickoff. And it's going to be a short kick at the 37-yard line. One of the homecoming court was a guy that is injured tonight.
Yeah, Aaron Tamez got hurt in the Vela game. So he was not obviously out for the remainder of the season because of an injury, but he was part of the court, homecoming court. So we wanted to send a big hello and hope he gets better. I know that we would love to be out there playing football, but you know, that's what happened last week. And should we go ahead and do it now? Should we congratulate the king and queen homecoming?
We will do it in just a moment.
Perfect. I know. I like building up the anticipation.
Yes.
I like it.
All right. It's going to be first down and 10. Ball at the 38-yard line. And we see Rodney Garza in a quarterback.
Yeah, that's exactly what we thought was going to happen tonight.
And we're going to see a lot of the reserves here in the second half. And it's going to be a short run for Jesse Hernandez.
Yeah.
And we wonder if the homecoming king is going to get the second half off. if it was pro wrestling, all right, if this was the WWE and he won King of the Ring, he'd be King Cavazos.
Right.
We're talking about Jaden Cavazos. Congratulations.
Yeah.
He's the homecoming king.
Yeah, and so also to Kirsten Padilla, she's the homecoming queen. Congratulations to both of them. Very much well deserved tonight. 2019, 2020. Wow. Homecoming king and queen.
So it's going to be a 3-yard gain for Hernandez, 2nd down and 7. And this time a couple-yard gain. And again, we'll see if the clock just runs. Hernandez again.
So we have Jesse Pettis. That's Samuel Bain. I saw 25 there, but they got 2 running backs there, Samuel Bain and Jesse Pettis. Maybe Jesse will get some carries. I don't know. I know we've been asking for it, but we'll see if that happens. But that was number 26. That's right, Samuel Bain.
And Bain this year, 7 carries for 34 yards.
He's going to get the workload tonight, I have a feeling.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 5, and this time incomplete pass. And the intended receiver that time was Joe Maldonado.
So again, you're going to see a lot of new faces out there, and we're going to try to get everybody tell everybody to say hi to mom for sure, because it's a big night. They play hard, they practice hard, so now they give them a chance tonight at tonight's ball game.
And we see Hernandez in the backfield next to Garza. And by the way, Joe Maldonado, 3 catches this year for 33 yards. So it's going to be 4th and 5. Ball at the 42-yard line in Panthers territory. Only a little more than 90 seconds into the game. And we'll see if Garza is going to punt the ball. Remember, he does punt.
Yeah, he does.
And now he will punt it. And the ball is going to go to the 19-yard line where a fair catch is made. And that was Rigo Rodriguez.
Yeah, so, you know, this Panther team, this defense, we should probably see the same. You're going to get to see some of the young guys that we haven't seen before. I think Coach Stroman and the rest of the staff are probably going to mix it up as much as possible.
Oh, look at the cell phones with the light.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
Those cell phones now, everybody tries to puts up the lights, the light, and puts it up.
Right. I've seen that at LSU when they played Florida last weekend when I was there. I've seen it in the Superdome when the Saints play. So this is something that is now part of Weslaco football.
It's a new thing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's a new thing that they're doing, right?
1st down and 10. Ball at the 19-yard line. And it's going to be a handoff. And there's going to be about a 2-yard gain on that play. And the running back that time was Bruce Trevino.
Again, quite a few running backs tonight for the Chiefs. That is by design. Their starting running back has been out tonight. So they've kind of gotten creative and used a multitude of backs here for the Chiefs.
Brandon Escobar, the senior, still primary quarterback tonight. 2nd down and 8. And you were talking about an injury to a primary player of Donna North. Alex Benavides not in tonight.
Right.
And remember, we said he had a big week last week. 16 carries for 95 yards and a touchdown, but no use tonight for him. Out. Brandon Escobar, quarterback keeper, maybe a loss.
The Chiefs really spread you out. They try to spread you out and then try to run right in between those gaps. But if you're able to block somebody, then it's able to happen. But if not, it won't happen. Big Aaron Garcia there on the play for the defense.
Loss of 2 on the play. Going to be 3rd down and 10. Slots on each side. Escobar still at quarterback. Trevino at running back. Now we have motion. And going back to pass. Escobar. And he's going to throw it away.
Really had nobody open out there. I mean, the closest player to the ball was out of bounds, and he was a Panther player. So, yeah, a good thing it carried out of bounds. You didn't want to give up the ball there to the Panthers.
4th down and 10. 8:55 remaining, 3rd quarter. Panthers up 28-0. Cheerleaders in a good mood for Weslaco.
Sure, it's homecoming night. You know, it's a big celebration for the whole school. No doubt it's a fun time for all these young men and women.
Flores fumbles the punt. He's going to run with it, and he is going to get down a few yards before he's tackled. Couldn't get the punt off. So the ball is going to go over now to the Panthers in great field position.
Yeah, there was a couple of players out there, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
You know, you had Oliver
And actually
Clinzy.
Nava's in there as the punter now, Jerry Nava.
Oliver Clinzy came up. He was the first guy to come across and put some pressure on the punter who bobbled the punt. Picked it up, but he saw a lot of Panther purple shirts in front of him. He had decided to run, and really at that point he had no other choice, to be honest.
So great field position right now for the Panthers. 1st and 10. They are inside the red zone, 18-yard line. Rodney Garza at quarterback. This time he's going to keep it, fakes off the handoff to Hernandez, and he is going to go all the way for the touchdown. 19-yard run for Rodney Garza. Fakes the handoff to Jesse Hernandez, goes straight ahead for the score.
Doing his best Jacob Cavazos impression. He looked like that on that play. He waited till that play opened up and the blocking developed. Nice blocking by that offensive line, and as soon as Rodney saw that hole open, he knew exactly what to do with it. And so we're going to see now Christian Garces come into the game. A young man who really gives it his all. Make or miss, he gives it his all. And we're going to expect that tonight as he goes up for the extra point. See how he does tonight.
It's up. And just misses.
Oh! Yeah. Christian, that was one of the better ones he's hit all year. I was impressed.
And he has hit an extra point.
Yeah.
I think he's 1 for 4 this year.
Really, Rodney Garza really just kind of waits for the blocks to develop and then put his heads down, and he knows what to do with the ball. Get across the end zone there.
And I believe that was Rodriguez who he pushed into the end zone.
Another player who's playing offense and defense. You know, you wonder as far as you have two-way players playing quite a bit for the Chiefs. You know, how long does it take to start to take effect? I mean, you're out there all game long, not just on offense, but then on defense. You got to try to stop this offense. That's a chore.
34-0. 8:38 remaining here in the third quarter. All the fans out here enjoying themselves. And again, looking at these teams, we see next Friday, Weslaco is on the road to play Edinburgh.
Right.
7:30 p.m.
Taking on the Bobcats. The Bobcats fighting for their lives, playoff lives, really. It's going to come down to them three. Edinburgh Economides and Edinburgh Bobcats. Looks like the harder part of the schedule still has to come through Edinburgh North, but still, they're fighting for it.
All right. We are now going to have the starting defensive lineup for Weslaco.
Elijah Stevenes, Adrian Fuentes, Aaron Garcia, Austin Craig, Alexis Munoz, Angel Castellanos, Josh Burkett, Jesse Perez, Gabriel Gonzalez, Rodney Garza,
Elian Rodriguez.
ATPE is your ally, your voice for professional educators.
So, with trips, actually 4 receivers on the right side, it's going to be 1st and 10, and not much doing at all that time.
Yeah, Enrique Delgado, another young player that we're mentioning for the first time really tonight. Delgado came up and just really made an excellent play on that receiver.
Yeah, so it was a loss of 5 on that reception. Ray Donna brought down for a loss of 5. And it is going to be back at the 28-yard line. 2nd and 15. Escobar still a quarterback, but he does have in the backfield Jerry Nava, so the snap could go to either one.
Right.
Both are listed as quarterbacks on the roster, though Nava does play defense. Running back too, even does some punting. This time it goes to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez will get up to about the 43-yard line. So a nice gain of about 15 on that play.
And really, you can see in Rodriguez, we're talking to Coach Marichilado before the ball game. He basically said, look, he's our go-to guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy that we want something to happen. We like to give it to him. You know, the bad thing about that is he spends a lot of energy playing defense as well. But if you keep him on offense and really focus on him, he's a good player.
Well, he needed 15 yards, got just about that for the first down. Again, this season, 10 catches for 159 yards and a touchdown. Rigo Rodriguez. So the ball, 43-yard line. Donna north. Gets it back to their quarterback, and he's going to be dumped for a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, it looks like there you had really Munoz come up. He had Tank being able to come up and make a play. Adrian Fuentes.
Yeah,
those two
Munoz
guys wreck all sorts of on any type of offense. And they're always constantly making plays. And so, again, nice play by those two guys.
Someone just tried to photobomb those girls, right? Camera bomb?
Yeah, they try to get in the picture. Why not?
Is it called a camera bomb when they do it? I know it's a photo bomb.
Photo bomb. It could be a video photo. I'm going to have to ask the guys.
All right, so it's going to be 2nd and 12. And this time, Nava has it. And he is going to get maybe 6 or 7 yards.
Now, these Chiefs are continuing to play. You know, you can get down. You're down 34-0, but they're putting up a fight. They're coming out. They're putting their offense, and they're doing well. Devin Hanks. That name sounds familiar to Panther fans? Sure does. Devin Hanks is there on defense, back from injury. We're happy to have him back.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 4. Ball at the 49-yard line. Approaching the midway point of the 3rd quarter. Panthers again over the Chiefs, 34-0. Escobar, quarterback keeper, is going to get to midfield, and that's going to be all. So he picks up about a yard on the play. Still needs 3 more for the first down. 4th down and 4.
On the defensive line, you get to see different people. Really, Clincy Oliver was the one that was there. You had other players now starting to come up and make some plays, especially on the defense. Big number 92, Austin Craig. It's also been one of the ones that has been there most of the time.
So Nava's punting. We had heard we thought Flores would be punting.
Right.
Talking to the coach before the game, but we have a correction on that one. We were talking about Christian Flores, but Nava going to do the punting back near his own 40-yard line. Gets the ball up, straight down the field, and it's going to be picked up around the 12-yard line. It's going to be Jay Granados, and Jay's going to take it to the 35, the 40. He's at midfield. He's at the 40, 35, 30. He's at the 20, and he is going to take it in all the way. A great punt return by Jay Granados, and we see a special teams touchdown.
Big play. Jay gets it done on the special team side of the ball. Who knew he could do that on special teams? Probably his coaches did. He did. You know, he's one of these guys who creates an offense as a wide receiver, but he's got some burners too to return those kicks, those punts especially. Wow.
Extra point attempt coming up. And it's good. What do you think about that one? That's our man.
That's Christian. Christian, he's happy about it. You know, I said earlier, he really hit the last one really good. And
yes.
He just stepped into that one and made it, man.
Christian Garces.
Yeah, Christian Garces, what a wonderful story, young man, inspiring young man who overcome some challenges. But tonight, don't tell him can't do certain things, because tonight he...
Well, that's the 2nd extra point attempt he's made this year. And we see that had to be about an 85-yard punt return.
Yeah, Jay really was looking ahead, and he saw some blockers develop, especially to the left side. He had a big old convoy, and really you had one player for the Chiefs. The Chiefs were out of alignment there on that kick, on that punt.
C.W. McCall would be proud of you saying the word convoy.
Yeah, you saw the
you like
that?
Remember that that old CB song?
Yeah.
convoy.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
When you have 3 guys, you have a group, but after 3 guys, it becomes a convoy. You got half of the team on that side.
That was a big hit song in the 70s. Remember Convoy?
Some people will say, hey, I know what he's talking about.
Well, we try to relate to all the audience.
Yeah, like last week,
there he is. Look at
Christian. Yeah. You know, that might keep him. If they keep scoring, he might just kick him all night tonight.
Yeah, I think he will.
Yeah.
I think he will.
Yeah.
And he should. Ball comes down to the 10. And it's going to be brought up to about the 30-yard line. And in on that return was Aiden Gomez.
Yeah, Aiden, again, a player that they wanted to use a little bit more. Haven't really had a chance to do it, but he's got some explosiveness.
And he's got some good numbers. 10 catches for 125 yards and a touchdown this year.
I know that they wanted to use him. Coach Marichilada mentioned that they wanted to get the ball to him as much as possible, if they could.
Is that how you used to dance in high school?
You know, that's the way I used to dance right before lunchtime. That was my dance before lunchtime. And I was happy to go. It was cafeteria food. It didn't matter to me. That's for sure.
All right. First down and 10. 4:51 remaining. Third quarter. Panthers over the Chiefs. 41-0.
On Taco Tuesday.
Oh, I bet that was your favorite day of the week.
Every Tuesday.
Ball at the 29-yard line. Going to be a loss on that play. Rodriguez with the carry. Once again, the Weslaco Panthers 2019 season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center. Tramaru, the kangaroo, is here tonight.
Yeah.
He's happy.
He's had all sorts of gifts. I saw him earlier. He was giving all sorts of goodies.
So a loss of 1 yard on that last play. Second and 11. We've got trips on the near side. Also trips on the far side, empty backfield. Quarterback Escobar. He'll throw it to the near side, gets it to Rigo Rodriguez, and he's going to be going backwards, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. A nice ankle tackle right there, and coming up to make that play. Got to be proud of him.
Elijah Estevanes was on that play. Elijah had a massive game last week against Vela. Missed tackle, and really from behind, Estevanes comes. If you recall, one of the highlights, at least that I recall, was when Tyler Bailey, one of the TCU,
guy supposed to go to TCU, right?
I mean, obviously he's not 100%, but nonetheless he's a talent.
Offensive line.
One-on-one, Elijah was able to get the best of him on a key play and sack Sotelo. That was against Vela.
And we've seen Elijah shaken up in a couple games.
Right,
you know.
right.
He's a tough player, tough
kid,
guy.
yeah.
All right, so there is a complete pass that time to Aiden Gomez, the guy we were just talking about, his 11th catch of the year.
Yeah, and why not? You know, you gotta keep trying. Aiden Gomez is one of your highlights if you were to pick a positive thing from tonight. And also Rigo Rodriguez, who's been trying just about everything possible he can do to create something for the Chiefs. And not a lot of help tonight, but those two guys, if anything else, you can build your offense and say, hey, let's get the ball in the hands of these two players, and they can try to create for you.
So 4th and 11, ball at the 28-yard line. Punt has gotten off, and it's going to come down to the 32-yard line, and there's going to be a few yards picked up, and guess who it is carrying the ball? It is the homecoming king.
The king.
The king. All right. So, Jaden Cavazos. Do we call him King Cavazos for the rest of the night?
King Cavazos for the remainder of the night. It's only appropriate for all of us that are below him tonight anyway, as him the homecoming
so
king.
So are we
tonight.
all his subjects
All
tonight?
of us, every single one of us tonight, have to go shake his hand and give him a congratulations.
But remember, if he doesn't play well, he is subject to the coach's review.
That's right. Yeah, you know, we were talking earlier off the air. Coaches, let's be honest. Coaches that have their players participate in homecoming facilities, they hate it. They really do. They might not tell everybody, but it really, I mean, you have to remember sometimes these young kids are exactly that. The young kids that are excited, you know, that are happy to be part of the festivities, you know, you're going to remember that and that kind of the emotions and the fun things that come with it. And then all of a sudden, what happens? Well, let me tell you what happens. You get distracted. And then to get them back, you try to get them back as much as you can. That's the issue.
Do you think that Weslaco would ever have homecoming the night of the Bella game or Weslaco East game?
I don't know. You know what? It's a good question. I don't know. Should it? Can it?
I don't know.
I mean, why not?
I'm just saying because of the distraction. That's why.
Why not? I mean, eventually it has to. I mean, if they stay in the same district, hey, by the way, we were talking earlier, in early February, the first week of February,
No, I meant Weslaco have the homecoming hosted.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
No, that can happen. Right?
So you think that really Jaden Cavazos would be out in the Bella game getting crowned during halftime?
Well,
let's ask Coach Stroman that next week.
We'll ask him next week. And it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah. And the game is tied at halftime.
Right, that's just me, though.
All right, so it's going to be first down, and not much doing that time on the run. It's Bruce Trevino, picks up little or no yardage.
You bring up a good point, though. Nonetheless, yeah, Aaron Garcia. He's had himself a really good defensive game tonight.
And we're having a little fun here because it's
sure, but
it's
I agree with
homecoming
you.
night, but I'm just saying.
But
you said coaches don't like homecoming.
No, they don't.
I could just see them letting their players out on a big game, a close game.
I want to share something with you that over the years we've seen, especially at this level of high school. The coaches will not tell anybody. There's no way they're going to tell anybody they don't like it because it takes away the focus, they think.
Yeah.
And it does a little.
Yeah.
But again, nobody's going to tell you.
Yeah. All right, Escobar picks up a few on the play. And by the way, what a great, I'm getting back to being serious here again. What a great homecoming ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was dressed up in their great gowns, and guys were dressed up in their fancy suits. It was a great night.
Yeah, but it looked great.
Yeah.
Sharp tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Sharp dressed men is easy top.
Exactly. Young ladies had their best dresses on. Some of the really nicest dresses I've seen in a long time from these young ladies. Excellent job by all of these people involved in tonight's festivities.
So third down and 11. Clock running. Now there's timeout on the field. And
so I was thinking earlier, we're focusing in District 32 6A.
Takes their first time out, the second half.
The district that obviously the Weslaco Panthers are in. And you think about the possibilities now, things are really starting to clear up now. I mean, the top two teams here will face each other in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Weslaco High, Weslaco East will go at it. That game, the winner of that game, pretty much has at least a share of the district title. Now you have to remember that after that game is done, Weslaco High goes on the road on a Thursday night to play Edinburgh North. Edinburgh North last night is having all sorts of troubles on offense and defense. Weslaco East, on the other hand, goes and plays Edinburgh Vela here on a Friday night.
You're talking next Friday?
That's the end of, and that'll be the end of the season for Weslaco East. So we're talking at the end of the season, the last week of the season.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, but I was just saying if that kind of remains the same, I'm just kind of stressing how big that game is going to be.
You're right.
The Naco Bowl is going to be, besides the families getting together. I mean, it'll have all sorts of playoff implications, district championship implications.
Third down and 11, and it is Rodriguez with the complete pass, and he is going to go all the way for the score, and that is going to be a long touchdown, and we're going to call that about 59 yards. 59 yards.
And it really caught the Panthers kind of napping on that one. They weren't expecting that one. Just streaking down the sideline there, and the quarterback Escobar, nice pass, had time to throw, really no pressure. And really, he just got in front of the defense. A nice play by number 88, who has been a big player all night tonight, Rigo Rodriguez. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Extra point attempt coming up. It's up. And it is good. And that was Christian Flores that time kicking. So we got that right. So it's now 41-7.
We see a flag on the field. See what they call there. Usually at that spot, somebody run into the kicker or something. I mean, that's usually.
Personal foul. Roughing the holder. Defense. That 15-yard penalty being forced the kickoff. Try to get it.
Oh, yeah, that's just as bad, yeah.
All right, let's run down what Donna North's done this year and tell me what you think of this. This is their scores.
Sure.
Donna North lost to Donna 21-3 to open up the year.
Right.
And I'm just going to throw these scores. I'm not sure these games are quite in order. But
right.
It was Mission over Donna North 55-8. Grew over the Chiefs 33-12. Valley View over Donna North 24-6. Weslaco East beat Donna North 41-24, so they scored some points on East.
Right.
And then it was, and I say that because East is shut out their last three opponents.
Right.
And then Edinburgh North over Donna North 41-24. Last game, Okata Meetings over Donna North 24-7.
Right.
Again, some games sort of close there.
Yeah, and that shows, even though they didn't win the game, just like they might not win the game here tonight, the same thing is happening here. You can see that they do not quit. They've gotten better. They're a better team than they were last year. We got to see them last year. You got to see them again this year. You know they've gotten better. But the fact is, and it still kind of remains, that if you're a Chief fan, you got to be patient and trust the process, as they say. You know, coach is trying his best with what he has, trying to do it. But at the same time, you know, he says, I can't afford any injuries. You know, I don't have a lot of numbers. So that's why we were talking about the classification maybe, and we brought this up, that, you know, would you consider moving down to 5A? He says, yeah, sure, I'll do it, but it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, the competition is stiff there, whether it be 5A Division 1 or Division 2, and here comes the onside kick.
Oh, and it's recovered by Weslaco. Nice job.
The Chiefs did a good job of trying to bat it to themselves. That was a very well executed onside kick, by the way. I thought it was interesting as number 32, Angel Castellanos, was there. Look at that kick. Nice high kick. Goes 10 yards. They bat it down to try to grab it, and the Chiefs almost had it. That's a nice play by that special teams. That kicker did a great job.
Yes.
Of doing that.
So it's going to be 1st and 10, looks like, at the 29-yard line. And again. We see one of the officials. I was listening to a broadcast when I was traveling. You know what they call the referee, the head referee, this guy's? They call him White Hat.
White Hat. Yeah. Because he wears the white hat.
Yeah. That was just, this is in Louisiana when I was traveling through. We had,
After the play. That's sports on my contact. Receiving team, number 3. 10 yards, automatic.
So have you ever heard that before?
Yeah, I've heard that before. I have.
Yeah. Correction.
It might have been even a college game too.
Okay.
I think so. That's quite common, I guess. You know, they're kind of pointing out he's the official, the main official.
Yeah.
Weslaco High, really, because of penalties, has backed themselves up behind to start off. They're going to look like about the 15 or so.
Yeah, about the 15-yard line. They're moving toward the south, right, in this quarter, toward the scoreboard. Just a couple minutes left, 2:06. Again, they're up 41-7. Rodney Garza at quarterback is going to hand it off. And this time, not much gain. And on the run that time, we have Samuel Bain.
Yeah, Samuel Bain is one of their backs that has a little bit of experience. Not too many carries throughout the season, but he does have experience running. And so they're going to feature him tonight. Looks like Peyton Kanab is done for the evening. Obviously, Jacob Kavasov is done tonight.
And there's Garza and Bain.
Yep.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10, no gain. This time a pass play. And it's going to pick up little or no yardage. Good lateral pursuit by Christian Portana.
Caleb Gomez for the Panthers there was the receiver. Had never called his number at least tonight. No. So welcome to the game, Mr. Gomez. There's some flag or a flag on that side.
Offense, number 2. 10 yards from the spot of foul. 2nd down.
Oh, they caught Mel tugging on a jersey. that's always tough. You know, you're trying to block downfield and they throw you the flag. It's a tough one.
So it's going to be 2nd down and long. Ball back at about the 7-yard line. We'll call it 2nd down and 16. And a jet sweep this time. And the ball will go up to about the 15-yard line. Rodriguez in on the tackle. And carrying the ball that time was Joe Maldonado.
So now we're starting to see the flags come down. And one of the things that I was reminded of is when this starts to happen, you remember you have new kids in there that just haven't had a lot of playing time, and that happens on the offensive line as well. So we're going to put our glasses on the offensive line, some of these young men that are also playing out there.
Holding. Offense, number 17. Half the distance. 2nd down.
All right, so it's going to be now 2nd down. Got to get the ball up to the 25-yard line, and that ball's back around the 5, so it's going to be 2nd down, about 20.
Yeah, they're going a little bit backwards now. See if this offense can get it to roll in here.
Line up back at the goal line is the quarterback, Garza. He's going to hand it off, and not much going that time as Garza keeps it himself. Doesn't even hand it off.
You have a new center in there with Larry Strickland. He's in there. Now you have Rolando Morales still in there as your guard. You know, but you have a new center kind of come up and play, you know, not necessarily a new center, but kind of playing different spot. You also have, let me get one more guy. Yeah, I try to check and see if he's out there. Yeah, that's it. Osmo Garces is still playing left tackle as well.
Gain of 2 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 18 as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. And right now it is the Weslaco Panthers over the Donna North Chiefs, 41-7.
So last night, and I'll mention this as we kind of switch sides of the field here, one of the biggest upsets, at least that I can recall, in Valley High School football happened last night. Now it was Rivera, the Rivera Raiders were playing the Los Fresnos Falcons. And the reason I say that this is a big upset, Los Fresnos had just been last week a pretty good Harlingen South team that you and I felt were going to make the playoffs.
Right.
Well, Rivera taking on Los Fresnos, and Los Fresnos loses to Rivera last night, 21-20. Now the interesting part is the field goal that they kicked was not done once but twice because of a penalty. To win it, and both field goals were missed by Los Fresnos. I'm about to give you a stat you're not going to believe.
3rd down and 18. Ball around the 6-yard line. Weslaco deep in their own territory. Garza's going to keep it, and he is going to get out to about the 22-yard line, but there is a flag.
Yeah, that's another flag.
Yeah, nice run on that play. Got about, what, 15 yards or so.
So the stat that I wanted to give you as we await the penalties now is that the Rivera Raiders were in a 20-game losing streak.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot of games.
Yes.
Well, wait, I'm going to shock you one more time here. One more time, Scott. Let the official make his...
Yeah. Let the white hat talk.
Yeah, let the white hat talk.
Holding. Offense, number 59. That count is declined. 4th down.
Well, I guess if they kept taking those penalties, maybe could we run out the clock on
run
penalties?
Run out the clock, that's right. You could. So the 20-game losing streak by Rivera came to an end last night as they beat Los Fresnos 21-20. First district win. You know how long it's been? It had been 4 years.
Wow.
So they had won a district game.
Let's see if he punts, by the way. It's going to be 4th down and about 3.
Yep.
But the ball is back at, what, about the 25-yard line? He's going to run it, and there's going to be a flag. He's going to be right at the marker, but a flag.
And that's going to be a hold, at least what it looks like here. And that's going to give the ball back. If that does stay true, it's going to give the ball back to the Chiefs right there in good field position. because that's going to be a penalty. As it happened before.
Yeah. Ball was
We'll
about
see.
the 22.
We'll
Had to
see
make the
if they picked up
25.
the first down first. See what they get.
Yeah.
It was a. I guess you can make that call when you're up 41-7 on your own side of the field. Mr. Whitehat.
Huh.
Holding. Offense number 13. 10 yards in the spot of the foul. 4th down.
Yeah, so that backs him up. It was during the play, so that backs him up. And yeah, I mean, it was a shorter yardage that we're going for, but now they back you up even further. That's going to make it even that much tougher. Yeah,
You got to punt now.
Yeah, now, yeah, I agree with you on that one.
All right. Because it's like 4th and 10 with the 15, your own 15. And yes, Garza is going to get it up. It'll hit near midfield. Nice roll. And it's going to go down to about the 30-yard line. So he kicked it at his own 15 and ball went down to the 30. That is a very, very nice kick for sure on that.
So to wrap up my
about
shocking
55
numbers.
yards. I'm sorry, about 55. That's a shocking number, 55-yard punt.
Beto Leal, first-time coach. Beto Leal, first-time head coach for the Rivera Raiders. Congratulations to him. First win in a long time.
Yes.
And you know what? Really what that does for Los Fresnos now, it throws in a wrench in their playoffs possibilities now. I mean, Harlingen is winning tonight, beating Hanna 28-2. Harlingen South and San Benito are close. South leads 14-13.
Okay.
So you think about those four teams, possibly playoff teams. Los Fresnos, because of that loss, might disqualify them. Think about that for a second. That's tough.
That is tough. That's some good inside football, Fred.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 30. Rodriguez gets the pitch, and he's going to be driven way back on that play.
And you're a Panther fan. You're thinking, why do I need to know that about Harlingen? Well, we play them in the next round of the playoffs, the first round of the playoffs. So you start kind of thinking ahead a little bit. You know, do you get asked that at all when you're out there with folks? Hey, so who do we play if we go to the playoffs? Hey, so who do we play? That's the first thing they want to know.
By the way, guess who stopped and made that loss?
Yeah, Jesse Perez was involved in that play.
Right. A loss of about 4 on the play. Make it 2nd down and 14. This time, quarterback line over center. We don't see that often.
Yep.
Escobar will pitch it back. A sweep to the right side. And going out at the 30-yard line with a penalty flag is Bruce Trevino. So he got about 4 or 5, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, but a flag.
Yeah, that's going to be a hold.
Devin Hanks on the tackle.
Yeah, Devin Hanks was there. And it's really good to see Devin back.
Yeah, he's playing a good game.
Yeah. You know, he's getting his football legs back. He's feeling the contact. He's going to be a valuable asset to the Panthers, to the defense come playoffs.
This last 2 minutes, his first 2 minutes of the 4th quarter are longer than the final 2 minutes of an NFL game.
10 yards from the spot of foul. 2nd down.
I'm talking about a close NFL game.
The officials decided to get involved.
When they got to make the calls, I mean, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You know, if they're there to be made, you got to make them.
That's right.
All right, it's going to be 2nd down back at the 15-yard line, and that's going to be a long one. Well, it's like 25, I think 2nd down and 25, if I'm looking correctly. Got to get to the 40-yard line.
They're still calling the plays from the sidelines. There's a flag. Now, did they move?
False start.
Yeah.
Offense, number 58. 5 yards. 2nd down.
Look, I'm going to speak like an offensive lineman.
All right.
You're 250, 260, 270 pounds. That's a small guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You try to stay in a 3-point, 2-point stance for more than 4 seconds. Are you crazy? You know what's going to happen? What happened there? They all moved.
I hear you. It's 2nd down and about 30 now. And Escobar throws the pass out of bounds. So it's going to be 3rd down and 30. Do you have a 3rd down and 30 play scripted?
No. But I'm really worried about the offensive linemen now that I was talking about them moving after 3 seconds. And I was just thinking about it. a guy that size doesn't stay in one place at all for more than a second or two. And then now you're asked to keep all your weight on your ankles and your knees for 5 seconds while the quarterback looks to the sideline to get the play. Come on!
All right. So third down, let's say maybe it's officially 29.
Sorry, the old offensive line in me.
Yeah. Escobar, screen pass. It is complete to Rodriguez, and he is going to get up to the 20. He's at the 30, and he is going to get some good yardage. And on that, I guess he got about 22 yards, but he's still about 8 or 9 yards short of the first down.
Nice screen, a little high, but good thing this receiver, Rio Rodriguez, is a tall kid. He went up and grabbed it, and he took off. Really had a shot at it. Big number 23, Elian Rodriguez had a shot at it from his corner spot. Missed him and picked up some yardage. Oh, they're involved again, the officials.
During the run, illegal block in the back. Number 4, offense, half the distance. Third down.
Yeah, even he almost couldn't remember what down it was. And this night's getting long, folks. And we're not making fun of the official. We aren't. We're just talking about he's been busy.
See, I'm a little worried about the offensive lineman. You're worried about the official.
Yeah, that's right. Because
we all have concerns.
A lot of these officials are near my age, all right? And I know how run down I am. And I couldn't be doing this all night, all right? Health concern.
That's right. Gotta start thinking about tomorrow.
All right, it's third down. Still got to get to the 40. Now it's about third down and about 33.
Whoa.
And that time it's over the head of the intended receiver, Adian Gomez.
That was a 30-yard play sideways. I mean, the pass, it went 30 yards, one way. They're so away from the side. They're at the 5-yard line, so he threw it from about the 3 out to the other side of the field, about 30 yards. My goodness.
All right, now the punt is going to come from the end zone. We see maybe a future homecoming queen for the Panthers.
Sure. She's got the outfit, that's for sure. Young man does too.
Yep, homecoming king.
Yeah.
So, punt is going to be from in the end zone. And it bounces at the 35-yard line and goes back to the 32. This is in Donna, North Territory, so great position, field position for Weslaco.
So we'll bring up the fact that tomorrow, the Panthers are well on their way to picking up another district win. Tomorrow, the Panther Corps, they themselves are going to be participating in the Pigskin Classic.
Yes, that's great.
Yeah, and that's their version of district game, district championship, if you would. So if you're listening tonight and you're on the audio side of things on Facebook, just keep in mind tomorrow it'll be at Bobby Morrow Stadium in San Benito. That'll be happening. Let's say hi to our superintendent, sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Dr. Canales is here at every Panther game, and she also does the same for East game. Nice to see her. So San Benito Morrow Stadium at Weslaco High as we get the play here.
And it's going to be Jesse Hernandez, it looks like. And he is going to go down to about the 32-yard line, pickup of about 2. The ball is at the 34.
So just mentioning that if you're interested in that, the band will be performing in San Benito's Morrow Stadium. Start time 8 o'clock. They have different, when you watch Pigskin, they kind of warm up, then they go through another phase. So if you get there around 8 o'clock or so, you'll be able to see all that participation. So we wish the Panther Corps really and the Panther Band a good showing tomorrow night at Pigskin. I know they'll be doing well. The Weslaco High Panther Band will be participating in Pigskin tomorrow.
Second down, Hernandez has it again. He'll pick up a few yards. And then he is going to be tackled from behind.
Yeah, that's Tony Gandaria. He's a young man also who's trying to earn some game experience here.
So give him about 4 on the play. Called about third down and 4. Ball at the 28-yard line. Inside Donna, North Territory. Clock running.
Yeah.
7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Panthers ahead of the Chiefs, 41-7. trips right side. Garza will keep it, and he is going to be close to a first down, and he is brought down.
Yeah, Christian Cortina. Nice play by a linebacker. He's been active all night tonight, right in the middle there, making some good plays, especially on the runs when he's able to.
So Garza gets the first down. Ball is at the 24-yard line, approaching the midway point of the fourth quarter. Trips on the far side, but on the other side goes the back. Down to the 20-yard line, picks up about 3 on that play.
Yeah, Bayin, again, used quite a bit here during the second half. We have not seen Canal, but we've seen a little bit of Jesse Hernandez, but Bayin, as you mentioned, has been the primary runner along with Rodney Garza tonight, or at least during the second half of this ball game.
And Bayin is a senior.
Right.
So, gain of 3 on that play to the 20, second down and 7. Garza now will loft the ball upfield toward the end zone and overthrows his intended receiver.
You know, I was just thinking about injured Panthers. The Panthers don't have a lot of injuries, but some of them that they have are really injuries that ended the season for these players. One of them was number 20, the running back that the Panthers have, Mario Perez. You saw him earlier. You were talking to him before the game. Yeah, he's in good spirits, but you know he had an injury that kept him out for the remainder
and my 2 linebackers are becoming more mobile.
Yeah, Charles Juarez and Ethan Zamora, they're looking good.
Yeah, they're looking good. And we see a running play this time going from about the 20 to the 10. A pickup of about 10 yards on that play by Mel Rodriguez, right?
Yeah, Mel's out there. Mel's still playing.
Yeah. He's had some touchdown receptions tonight, now running the ball.
He's had a nice game tonight.
Yep. And of course, our tight end, he got injured in practice this week.
Yeah, Rolly Verones, really, you know, they're kind of keeping an eye on it. They're thinking, seeing how things come out for next week. But
if leg injury, right?
Yeah, it's just an ankle. The coach was talking about, hey, we're just going to monitor it, see how it goes. You got to be careful with these athletes, you know. You just got to be careful.
All right, a running play this time, and it is going to go, it looks like 10 yards for the touchdown.
It looks like they're going to mark him down just short.
Short, okay.
At the 1.
Was that Bayin?
Yeah, that's Bayin again. Now, Bayin wanted that one.
Yep.
You kidding? I've been working hard for this one in practice. Coach, give it to me. He drags 2 Chiefs with him.
Yeah.
I thought he was in. It looked like he was in, but look, they stopped him just a yard short.
So it's going to be 2nd and goal to go, and no gain that time. Actually, maybe a little loss for the running back.
Yeah, Cortina was there. Bayin gets the ball, but Cortina was there. He's been active. We keep saying he's probably their leading tackler so far tonight. Cortina is.
We're talking about another guy recovering from injury.
Yeah, Brad Castellon is another one. He was saying that maybe next week, right?
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
I think so.
He's a valuable player for this defense. No doubt he wants to get back as soon as possible.
So the ball now, goal to go, back at the 4-yard line. And this time, Bayin has it. And he's going to get in for the touchdown. 4-yard run for the touchdown.
Give it to him. He's worked hard. And here comes a hose.
Penalty, though. Penalty.
Jeez. I mean, sometimes you gotta go tell the official, hey, come on. He doesn't play a lot, and then when he does, give him a chance. He's a good kid. He's a good player. He works hard.
Are you his advocate?
I'm trying to. I'm trying.
Well, we're going to have another penalty.
Holding. Offense, number 55. 10 yards. Second down.
By the end of the night, we're going to go, no, that white hat. It's going to change from the white hat to the, white hat. Officials do a good job. You know, we kind of, sometimes fans can tend to be critical about them, but it's a tough job. It really is.
I wouldn't want it.
It really is a tough job. So you got to admire them for being patient.
Well, don't the good guys always wear white hats? At least in the movies.
They do. Lone Ranger wore a white hat. Yeah.
All right, ball is back at the 13-yard line. So it'll be goal to go from there, second down. And this time, Handoff to Bain, and he's going to go nowhere.
He's determined. He is determined to get that bag. I knew for about 10 seconds what it felt to score a touchdown on varsity, and they took that away from me.
So clock does continue to run. That's good news.
If you ask me, I thought he scored twice. The first time, I thought he scored. Then the second time he did, but they gave him a flag.
See that young lady? Wouldn't that be a good color for your hair? Turquoise?
You know what? I've tried
sort
it.
of like your shirt.
Well, let me tell you, I've tried it.
Turquoise?
I've tried it,
Is
but
it blue, turquoise?
afterwards I found I have nothing to wear. So that's the problem.
Oh, dear.
See what I mean?
Oh, dear.
No, we all got issues. We all got problems.
Yes.
You know, for me, it's clothing issues after
False
the hair.
start. Offense, number 5. 5 yards. Third down.
And there is our homecoming queen.
Yes. She's a happy camper tonight, no doubt. You know, we were learning that she's not just a cheerleader, Kirsten is. That's our homecoming queen, Kirsten Padilla. She is not only a cheerleader, but she's also a star on the basketball team.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, it's going to be 3rd and 22, 3rd and goal to go. From the 22-yard line, I guess I should say it that way. And this time it's going to be Garza, and he is going to get down to about the 8-yard line, so he gets 14 yards on that quarterback keeper.
A nice run there by Rodney. I asked Coach Stroman, well, we did. We were both there. We asked him, so Coach, we know you're starting with Cavazos. You might bring in Rodney like you have. And what's after that? Like, really nobody. I said, what do you mean? No, we got to have an emergency quarterback. You know who the emergency quarterback is?
Who?
It's Peyton Knab.
Oh, is it?
Peyton
okay.
Knab.
All right.
I said, really? He goes, yeah. It says, or Devin Hanks.
Devin Hanks.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 4th and goal to go from the 8-yard line. Garza gets the snap, going to hand it off, and it's going to be Bain.
Go, Bain.
Bain is going to get knocked down at the 2 or 3 yard line, so it gets about 4 or 5 yards.
I'm really rooting for this kid.
Oh, yeah.
I am. You just got to give it one more time. One more, 4th down.
All right.
It was 4th down already, so.
Well,
A for effort, Mr. Bain.
the players aren't the only valuable ones here tonight, okay?
Right?
If it wasn't for our KWES crew keeping this going, even though this game is kind of stretched out, they still are giving their A game, aren't
right,
they?
Definitely.
So we want to recognize them for being the A team, and we're not talking about an old 80s TV show that was redone.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It was a movie later.
We're
talking about our A team, the KWES broadcast crew. Starting out with Mike Palacios, who keeps me in line, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Our technical director. At least he tries. And then we also have Darlene Gracia. She's our graphic artist and designer.
Yes.
And sometimes she jinxes the Astros, I think. I think they were losing earlier tonight.
Really, you think it's her fault?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Well, a lot of times we work on Astros playoff nights and they did lose.
Right.
Joe Leal, our audio engineer, who I guess we haven't made him mad. He hasn't shut off our mics.
Right.
All right.
Tread lightly, tread lightly.
Right. Hanks. Okay, let's see. Well, we'll just let them play. You can watch.
Sure.
We got to finish this up.
JC got to see I made a play on that.
Yeah,
I got him. I got my defensive line. Don't worry.
Gotcha. All right. We've got our videographers, and they've been on point all night tonight. Right. Don Ramirez, Val Zamora, Vinny Berry. All right. Also, Amadeo Barones. We've got our scoreboard operator, Hugo De Leon. We don't want to forget about Mina Garcia, our KWES secretary, because she makes sure we get our rosters early. Yes. So I don't butcher all the names, just some of them, right?
Gives us enough time
I can look at the names.
For us to not have any excuses.
Yeah, I'll come up with one. But. All right, and then of course, Mike Gonzalez, who even though he does the pregame and postgame show, is also the scoreboard technical director.
Mike.
And he keeps very busy.
Yep.
Can't wait to find out who the new Cubs manager is.
He was sharing stuff with you.
Yes.
He was telling you. Yeah.
Yes. All right. 41 seconds left. And we don't want to forget the man that stirs the whole drink, right? Carlos Robledo, the KWES director. Right. And he and Mike will be doing the post-game show.
Yeah.
As they always do at these home games, both for Weslaco and Weslaco East. So we know he's going to have some of the players on. Coach will be on, so it's going to be a fun night.
It always is. It's always just to talk to Coach, get his perspective, see what the players have to say. Nice play there by Robert Rodriguez.
Yep.
Big Robert was there.
Against,
first time we call his name tonight.
Yeah, Gary Nava. And it is second down, and it is going to be the end of the game. So it is the Weslaco Panthers defeating the Donna North Chiefs by the final score of 41-7. Donna North now 0-8, 0-4 in district. Weslaco, they're 6-1 overall, 3-0 in district. District 31-6A action, and it was a good night. Lots of good things happening there in the first half, as we saw Jacob Cavazos throw a few touchdown passes, a couple to Mel Rodriguez, one to the homecoming king, Jaden Cavazos.
Right.
And then Jacob also ran before the end of the first half for a 13-yard touchdown to make it 27-0. And Rodney Garza had a touchdown run, if I remember.
Yep.
Jay Granados returned a punt, 85 yards for a touchdown. And then it was also a touchdown late in the game for the visitors. It was their quarterback, Escobar, going to Rodriguez.
Right.
So that's it. Any final words?
Well, you know, the Panthers, another game down. You've got a couple of more to go. You got 3 to go to be exact. You've got Annenberg next week, and that should be your focus. Annenberg won big tonight, was winning big over Benavides. Annenberg is trying to also lock up a playoff spot while Weslaco High continues their trek to win a district championship. Should be a good one next week.
All right, so once again, final score. It was the Weslaco Panthers over the Donna North Chiefs, 41-7. We are here at Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Lackey Stadium. We'll be back next week on the road in Edinburgh at 7:30 Friday night. For Football Fred and the whole KWES crew, I'm Scott Harrison. Have a great weekend. This has been a KWES production.